Hello everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with a bit of a mystery before us today. This is a white box, a new phone that's arrived from Verizon, and it's in a plain white box, not the final shipping package. So here I'm going to do a faux unboxing, not a real unboxing, because this is not the final package and because people have already been through the box, but this is a faux unboxing of the brand new HTC DROID Incredible 2. Now I'm going to go through the box and I'm going to turn the phone on. We're going to talk about it a little bit. As far as I know, the phone is not yet activated. We're trying to get it activated, and I hope to have it activated later today. But in the meantime, I wanted to go ahead and shoot some video. So this is just a plain package, and it has been opened before, as I mentioned, but everything is still in here. Here is the phone. This was the bag that the battery was in, and we'll get to the stuff underneath that in just a moment. This is the new DROID Incredible. This is the Incredible 2, made by HTC. You can just barely see HTC there. And you can already see it's got a camera and a dual LED flash. Now this is the old Incredible. So this is the Incredible in my right hand. My left hand is the Incredible 2. And you can see right off the bat that the Incredible 2 has a significantly larger screen. In fact, the original Incredible has a 3.7-inch screen, and the Incredible 2 has got a 4-inch screen. What I don't know is what the resolution of the screen is, but I'm going to be checking into that just as soon as I possibly can. There's very little information about the Incredible 2, very little reliable information about the Incredible 2 on the internet, so I hope to fill in some of those blanks. I'm going to set this aside for the moment, and we will go through the rest of the package. Now, one big thing about the Incredible 2 is that it is a global phone. In other words, you can take it overseas. It does have a SIM inside of it. It's from Verizon, and the Verizon SIM, you'll have to go to Verizon if you're going to go overseas and get it activated for international service. Now, you cannot substitute a T-Mobile or an AT&T SIM. Has to use that Verizon SIM, and Verizon will have to be the one to activate the phone for international service. Meanwhile, the domestic service in the U.S. is on Verizon's CDMA network, and you get 3G speeds on this phone using Verizon's EVDO Rev-A network. So, okay, here's the rest of the guts of the package here. This is a USB cable, the standard micro USB cable. This is a international power adapter. Remember, this is an international or slash global phone, so that's why there's going to be a whole bunch of these strange looking power adapters, just in case you take your Incredible 2 overseas with you. Lots of crazy looking adapters here. And finally, the actual power supply. Now, the actual power supply has a slide out, if I can get it slid out there. This slides out. This is what you need in the US, of course. That slides out, and these other things slide in. So if you're going to be, you know, wherever you need that. I've been in a couple of countries, and I honestly don't remember what all they take for electrical outlets. So you just pop those in like that, and that gives you a nicely integrated power adapter that can work in just about any country. So I'm going to have these here. Okay, note that it comes with a USB cable, does not come with any headphones. So there's all the goodies. Yes, I do like to call it goodies. That comes with the Verizon DROID Incredible 2. Okay. Let's do the little strip tease there. Looks very good. Just like the original Incredible, which again I have at my elbow, this is a very thin phone. The original Incredible was touted as having some sort of race car design styling. I don't know about that. I do kind of like the shiny HTC on the original Incredible, but otherwise they certainly share a look. I'm going to move these out of the way and zoom in a little bit so you can see just a little more closely what we got here. Yeah, it's my other end. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pop the back cover off. Now this is an 8 megapixel still image camera. My understanding is that it does 720p HD. It does not do 1080i or 1080p, and it's got dual LED flash. As you can see, that's the loudspeaker for the phone when you're using it as a speakerphone or as a media player. And I'm going to pop the cover off. The battery is a 1420 milliamp hour battery. Looks pretty big, but it turns out to be 1420 milliamp hour battery. There is the Verizon SIM. Again, this Verizon SIM is only necessary for international operation, and the DROID Incredible 2 will not work with a SIM from T-Mobile or AT&T. So that's where the SIM goes. I do not know the memory complement that's built into the phone. I think the original DROID Incredible had an 8 gig internal onboard storage. I don't know what this is. That's one of the things I'll test for once I turn it on. But it does have an 8 gig micro SD card right there. So obviously it has a pre-installed micro SD card. I'm going to go ahead and pop the cover, the battery and the cover back on. Notice these contacts here. Well, there's contacts on the underside of the cover, and this appears to not allow you to turn the phone on unless the cover is on. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on and see if we can turn it on. I was charging it upstairs for a little bit, and we should be able to get a bit of a charge in this. And let's see what happens as we boot it up. Now here's the size of the phone with a credit card. You can see that the DROID Incredible 2 is much bigger than a credit card. And if you want to rack up some charges on this account, just be sure you tell them that your name is your name here. Here is the original Incredible. Well, let's see if we get anything fun here. There we go. That looked pretty good. The droid eye looking at you there. Okay, so here's the original DROID Incredible. And the new DROID Incredible is a little longer and a little wider. So it's definitely going to make a little bit of a more significant bulge in your pocket. As far as weight is concerned, it's also a little heavier than the original DROID Incredible. And here we go. Now, a miracle could have happened, and Verizon could have activated this phone. So I shall see what happens when I go through the activation startup process here. It says I need to make a call. So I'm making a call now, programming in progress. Now, I have the feeling that this is not going to allow me to activate it because it has not actually been activated. So I'm going to go ahead and end that call. I probably can't get to, I can't get to the screen to see the home screen on this or get to any further Android pages such as the settings. So that is a quick overview and a faux unboxing of the new HTC DROID Incredible 2 on Verizon. This is a 3G phone. It looks like it has a 4-inch diagonal screen. I don't yet know the resolution. As soon as I get the phone fired up, I will get all of those details to you just as soon as I can. Meanwhile, hey, this is Bob Kovacs at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.